So many of my clients with ADHD are constantly tidying and cleaning and trying to get on top of all of the mess of their house. Very literally, for quite a few of them, that's all they do. They've actually don't even hold down jobs because they're so focused on just trying to clean everything all the time. It's actually a lot more common than you might think. And here's the thing that's kind of crazy. They don't even like cleaning. They hate it. It's the last thing that they want to be doing. But they have this narrative in their head that, oh, but how could I possibly go out and get a job when I can't even keep the house clean? Or the narrative also goes, oh, I just can't think clearly because it's so messy around me. Therefore, if I got rid of the mess, then I'd be able to think clearly and then do things. But until I do the cleaning, I won't be able to do any of the other stuff because the perception, or perhaps the projection, is that the external mess is the cause of all of the internal blockages. And if that were the case, yeah, then it would make sense that you'd have to clean first before you could move on with your life. You'd have to keep things spotless. But as we all know, that's not really possible, especially when you throw kids or a family into the mix. They don't seem to want to cooperate with that agenda. So, the thing that's really interesting though, is that these people at many times have had to get some work or do this or have really intense periods of busyness where they actually didn't have a chance to do any cleaning of the house. And they managed to do all of the other things just fine. In fact, they were generally doing a hell of a lot better. And this is something that I really come back to very often, is that people with ADHD, like, if I have nothing to do with my day or my life, and I come and I am home and I wake up and there's mess everywhere, I'm going to be overwhelmed, it's going to be too much, and I won't have anything else to do, so I'll just get paralyzed by it. I won't rise to that challenge, I'll just be defeated by it. Because it's also, again, not something I want to be doing. So my whole life will feel like a chore. But you take that exact same person, you say, hey, you're going to go to this yoga class, and then you're going to go to this other class, then you're going to catch up with a friend for a coffee, and then you're going to have a business meeting, and then you're going to come back and do some painting with your friend who's arriving. And then you might have 5-10 minutes to just do a quick tidy before they come. And then you're going to do this and this. First people go, oh, I couldn't possibly because I have to tidy the house before I could do anything. And if you actually get pushed past that and they try doing a day like I just outlined, they do all the things in the 5 or 10 minutes of cleaning that they just squeeze in their busy day because they're doing so many other fun things. They clean more often in those 10 minutes than they have in the previous week. It's actually made any progress because they had to, they wanted to, they got to. Rather than this pressure of, have to. And it's really not that hard. All you have to do is decide what you want to be doing with your life. And if it's cleaning, then go nuts. But for many of us, it's not. In which case, work any job, make any amount of money. If you have 1 hour of your life and you can use that, 25 or whatever dollars that I might make in 1 hour, I could pay that to someone else to do 1 hour of cleaning. And they will do so much more cleaning of my house than I would in that 1 hour. So that's, of course, the best way to do this. Because I get overwhelmed with, oh, but this and that, and oh, but I need to take this to that place, and this belongs to my great-great-great-great-grandma's daughter's nephew's dog. Oh, God. Someone else you pay, they come in, they just do it. They don't have any of those things. So it's more efficient. And then you don't have to do the thing that you don't want to be doing, so your life gets better, and you get the point, hopefully. You're one of these people with ADHD who's constantly just overwhelmed by this pressure to clean. You feel like you can't get out ahead of it because of all the mess all around you, just stop, just do something else, just do something else. It doesn't matter. It's a mess. Who cares? Literally, who cares? In an ideal world, you'd be so busy doing all these other things that are so much more important and interesting, you wouldn't even have time to worry about it or feel like a failure for not doing it. You definitely wouldn't have time for that. You'd be too busy kicking butt in all these other areas. You wouldn't pencil that in. Oh, between 3 and 4 p.m. I could feel really bad about myself then. Oh, good. I've got a busy schedule, but I could squeeze it in that slot. You wouldn't do that. Be busy, having an awesome life, and you won't have time or space to do this worrying and awful brain stuff. Just don't. And any money you make, you could just use to pay someone else to do the job. And it might sound like an awfully privileged position, but it's not when you actually do the math. It's actually crazy not to. But many of us don't feel like we could afford to spend a 1 hour wage or 2 hour wage on a cleaner. So instead we spend 10 hours hating ourselves for not cleaning. It's crazy. The economy of that is just nuts. So, you get the picture. Anyway, thank you for your time. This brings us to the end of yet another video. If you like this, if you like my style, like and subscribe, because I make a new video every single day. If you want to see what I talk about tomorrow, well, you'll have to tune in. So, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.